Good morning, everyone. As the anticipation slowly grows, Lunar New Year is approaching. February 5th will be the first of the lunar calendar, signifying renewal. It is a widely celebrated festival around East Asian countries, which originally came from China. Several Brooks students from Asian countries have volunteered to share their stories with everyone. There are many stories to be told about this day. There's much joy, much excitement to be reunited with family as the sound of celebration echoes across the continent.
The Lunar New Year, also known as Spring Festival, is the most important festival for Chinese people. Migrants return home, and it is the busiest time for transportation systems, starting half a month before Spring Festival. Airports, railway stations, and long-distance bus stations are crowded with home returnees.
Most Chinese students at Brooks are from main cities in China like Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou. In China, people go to major cities to find a job or seek better education. When the Spring Festival arrives, around 380 million people, which is more than the population of the whole United States, return to their hometowns. My family is not originally from Shanghai, so each year my parents either have to drive for over 20 hours to get back to my hometown or fly back there. The reason why sometimes they choose to drive is that they want to carry a lot of gifts for friends. For example, tea, fruits, or healthcare products, and some home supplies for older people.
A couple of weeks prior to the Lunar New Year's Eve, we began cleaning and decorating, featuring an atmosphere of rejoicing and festivity. All the door panels would be pasted with Spring Festival couplets, highlighting Chinese calligraphy with black characters on red paper. The content varies from the house owner's wishes for a bright future to good luck for the new year. Also, pictures of the gods of doors and gods of wealth will be posted on the front doors to ward off evil spirits and welcome peace and abundance.
We will now read a poem about the Spring Festival from Song Dynasty.
高阳台除夜，平听迎迁重然降蜡，年华滚滚金星，见旧迎新，能消几刻光阴。老来可惯通宵饮，待不眠，还怕寒清。眼清尊，多谢梅花，伴我微吟。
林娃已是春庄了，更风腰簇翠，雁骨痕金，勾引东风，也知芳思难尽。朱颜那有年年好，骋宴游，迎许如今。自登临，残雪楼台，赤日园林。
Now let's welcome Audrey and Emily from Korea.
The Korean Lunar New Year is called Seollal. For 3 days, families celebrate the beginning of a new year by eating traditional food together. Tteokguk, sliced rice cake soup, is a must in the feast. It is believed to bring luck and a year of wisdom. Here's a Korean traditional children's song about Gatsi, magpie, and Lunar New Year.
Korean magpie was designated as a national bird in 1964. It appears in many traditional stories and is believed as a good news messenger. This song says that yesterday was the magpie's New Year's Day, but today is the children's New Year's Day. It is about a magpie bringing good luck with the new year.
I learned this song in elementary school, and I remember believing every part of it. There was a small river in front of my house, and magpies occasionally visited our balcony. Every time a magpie appeared, I told my mom that New Year's Day is going to come tomorrow, bringing good luck and that I'm going to get a year older. Even though I gradually learned that this wasn't true, whenever I see a magpie, I find myself smiling and wishing for it to stay a little longer.
Next, we are going to read a short Korean poem written by Oh Jung-bang. 고향집 설날 세상을 접어두고 고향집 찾아가서 설빔으로 차려입고 옹기종기 둘러앉아
웃음 꼭 맛있는 음식 배가 절로 부르리. 타관서 멍든 상처 고향 가서 치료받고
그립던 일가 친척 만난 곳이 낙원이라 덕담의 훈훈한 인정 해지는 줄 모르리.
If you see a Korean Brooksian walking around campus, please feel free to wish them Happy New Year in Korean, which is 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Lunar New Year in Thailand is called Wan Tut Jin. Since about 15% of the population in Thailand is Chinese, this holiday became one of the most significant and meaningful times for the whole country. It is the only time that you will find the city decorated in Chinese theme like red lanterns, and the only time that you will encounter the dragon and lion dance on the street. Even though Wan Tut Jin is not counted as a national holiday, the school is barely open since every student is staying home with their family. Wan Tut Jin is divided into 3 days. The first day is Wan Chai, where people shop for the food for the next 2 days. I used to wait in the line for an hour for since the place was crowded. The second day is Wan Wai, a worship day. It is on the eve of the New Year. On this day, my dad will drive us to our grandmother's house, which is 4 hours away. There we worship our ancestral spirit. We burn ghost paper money, for the net and many other papercraft goods, ensuring the ancestors' well-being in heaven. It is common that the sound of shooting firecrackers will fill the whole evening. It always is the most exciting day, but also means so much to me, since this is the only one of the few days that I'm able to see, talk, and sit at the same table with the relatives that live very far from me. The last day is Wan Tiao or Wan Chuik, the first day of the new year, where we do whatever we want, but in good manner, to welcome the next year with happiness.
On Lunar New Year in Vietnam, also known as Tet, older people give children lì xì or red envelopes. We eat a lot of food and catch up with our relatives. It's pretty similar to Chinese New Year traditions because Vietnam was a part of China 1,000 years ago. Red is the lucky color. Dragons are important symbols, and we have Chinese calligraphy over everything. However, there are certain things that we do differently. In Vietnam, we eat bánh chưng, nem chua, xôi gấc, and nem rán, which I cooked for the Moon Festival. On the day of Tet, we visit other people's houses and send them good luck. We have a custom where we go to another person's house as the early as possible to do an action called Sông Nhà, which brings luck and prosperity into the house. My dad and I have a tradition of going to my grandmother's house at midnight to bring luck into the house. We also have other traditions like buying huge sugar canes to ward off evil spirits. Families also get huge quat and hoang dao trees, also known as kumquat and peach blossom trees, to put in the middle of the house or outside. Hoa cúc or chrysanthemums and hoa lan or orchid flowers are also known to be commonly found in most households. Flowers are also very popular to find in Tet. Because of this, the flower markets in Tet all usually do something big. We usually have people that are very skilled in calligraphy to write for us to bring luck. This writing is called Tu Phap, and they're written by people called Thầy Do, who are usually old and usually have a huge beard. One thing that people love to get written is Vạn sự như ý, vaguely translated as, may 1,000 things go your way.
I'm going to read a poem about the wishes you give to the people during Lunar New Year and the atmosphere during Lunar New Year. The poem's name is Thơ Chúc Xuân by Tuyết Nhung. Xuân đến mai vàng trổ khắp nơi, cầu chúc tất cả cứ tươi cười, xin mừng Tết gặp niềm vui mới, thịnh vượng an khang hết mọi người. Phúc lộc tân niên niềm hạnh phúc, chan hòa quyến thuốc bạn bè ơi, tưng bừng rộn rã mừng xuân tới, nụ cười phơi phới xuân tuyệt vời. how you say happy Lunar New Year in Vietnamese is Chúc mừng năm mới. So Chúc mừng năm mới or Happy Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year is one of the most widely celebrated holidays in Hong Kong. But like any other New Year, or the Americans' July 4th, we celebrate with parades and fireworks, with a Hong Kong edition of performances on streets at specific landscapes. This is also time for family gatherings. Usually, the first couple days, we would dress up and go to a grandparents' house, along with other relatives. All married relatives would fight over giving us red packets, which have money in them, and we respond with full-worded idioms to thank them. Examples are "Yat fan fong san," which means hope everything goes well, or what adults would typically say, "Hot yip jumbo," which means hope all goes well in school. Food is then prepared at the gathering. There are two types of food we eat during this day. First being lo bako, or in English, turnip cake, which is made out of turnip, rice, and dried shrimp. And the second, lingo, or sweet rice cake, which is made out of sugar and rice. As the day moves on, families in general will play sports together. A big sport will be badminton. Through sports, we will sweat out the negativity from the past year and welcome the advent of a new one with a more active and healthy body. Another activity that a lot of families would do is shopping. We shop for all sorts of things like clothes, decorations, flowers, and different forms of plants. The idea of buying plants stemmed from the belief that plants signified freshness and strength. The last and final piece of the day would usually be celebrated with a big meal and fireworks. Having buffets and or banquets, then looking at the bright and color-lit sky makes me thankful for so many things. And having my family alongside me when enjoying this scenery allows me to understand the significance of the holiday has on each of us.